Hi, this is Jennifer Quick with Soul Clarity Coaching. I'm just a quick message here. I wanted to talk about what's going on right now, as a lot of people I'm talking to are experiencing a lot of problems coming to the surface. So there's a lot of sickness, aches and pains, exhaustion, and then also there's been a lot of computer issues, technology issues. I've talked to people that have been hit with viruses and stuff like that, physically as well as in on their tech. And a lot of emotional upheaval has happened. Many people are struggling with emotional upheaval. What else has there been? Exhaustion, a lot of exhaustion, a lot of confusion, a lot of apprehension, overwhelm. Many people feeling overwhelmed. So anyhow, I sat down and reached out to Spirit and started asking, what was happening right now that is causing this such a huge theme of uprise in all of these symptoms. And I know myself, I've been experiencing them in a great deal more than I normally do. I've had incredibly painful aches and pains in my body. My whole system has been swollen. I've been quite tired, and so anyhow, so when I connected with Spirit and I asked what is happening, and the very first thing that came to me, first thing I heard was new moon was a time of closure. That which did not get closed or resolved exploded. And I was like, whoa, so that was a real heavy take back. And so I'm like, oh, what does that all mean? So what I'm understanding of this is that, so the last new moon, which was about a week and a half ago, I think, it was supposed to be an end of a cycle that kind of started in last May of bringing up issues that needed to be healed, of course, always, right? And that it was a cycle of a particular themes for people. And the theme that was started then was meant to come to a close with this last new moon. You're supposed to resolve. And the new moon, that which, around the new moon, brought up a lot of finales that needed to be healed and moved through. And so for a lot of us, we felt the pull of the new moon, which moves us inwards to find our answers and to find the last minutes of resolution that we needed for whatever that cycle was ending for us. And for everybody, it was different, okay? It's all about you personally and your experience. And so for a lot of people, they resolved and it was done, right? And they got the messages, and now they're starting to be ready to move forward. But for a lot of people, or at least quite a few that I'm hearing from right now, if there was unfinished business and it was a deep, that cycle really has unfinished stuff going on, it exploded in our life to be addressed. So it was like when you have a wound and it a part of it feels, but the rest of it doesn't, and it can fester. You get a fester point, and it kind of has that festering, and then it bursts. That's kind of what's happening emotionally, and in some cases physically within our bodies. So that the new moon, the energy is brought up, is this push that it kind of exploded what needs to be healed. So my advice is to really go within and ask yourself, what is it that I'm not acknowledging that needs to be resolved within my life? Now, for myself, it was a lot around physical pain, and I know quite a few other people are dealing with a lot of physical symptoms. And I've actually been dealing with this, this entire cycle since last May. There's been a real uptake in my physical feel. And and it didn't come to resolve. I did not get it resolved. It exploded on me again. I'm feeling it. It's been getting worse all fall, and now again it's really. And I've had a bit of a breakthrough. And what it is that really I was disconnected from my physical body, and my physical body was really calling me to move it, to enjoy the physical experience again, to I think I got too high up into the cosmos and I wasn't enjoying my physical experience and being here on earth, and I needed to really connect back into that. And as I'm connecting back into the earth and the human experience again, and really being more present in my life, those aches and pains in my body are starting to heal and move through. So I'm thinking that's the pattern that I'm moving on, or the big chunk of it. There's also what came up is a connection. This is another thing, and it's particularly around physical pain, can be connected to our genetic history, our DNA history on the ancestral line. And the thing with this is go within and ask what pattern is am I experiencing that is actually a reflection in my ancestral land. A lot of times, especially starseeds that are empathic, we get enmeshed with our families, and we often have a lot of relationship issues with our family. And this actually, enmeshment can go right down to a physical level where we feel their physical pain within our body, and we actually manifest within ourselves their wounds, their experiences. And so if they're having, for instance, if they're having heart problems, we start having heart issues. If they're having high blood pressure or diabetes or something like, we'll have similar symptoms in our body. Doesn't mean that we're necessarily having the disease or having the full-blown experience, but we're feeling the symptoms of it. And so ask if there's a DNA or a genetic enmeshment with somebody. This can also really happen with anybody that's extremely close to you emotionally. There can be some overlap with that as well, especially for those of us who are healers and entwined with others, some of our co-workers and things like that. So look and see if there's any connection where you're experiencing somebody else's experience, all right, and remove that. And then, of course, look and ask your body, what is it that I'm not paying attention to? Right now is a bit of a cocooning time. It's a time to really connect with family. It's a time to go within. It's winter, right? It's the solstice, so we're going into Yule, and it's the longest night of the year, shortest day of the year. It's darkness. It's time to be in that calm space and connect with ourselves and our loved ones. And we're like pulling in the fences and connecting with the loved ones. I always picture the pioneer cabin with the fireplace ablaze and the family gathered around, enjoying each other's companies and hobbies. So that's kind of the theme. That's what Yule is about. That's what Christmas is about. And also being thankful for the earth and thankful for our lives. A lot of really inner perspective of gratitude and appreciation for the lives that we live and our circumstances, what we've got in our lives. So that's really a go into that. What else do I want to say? This is, again, a spontaneous video. That's what I'm doing more and more of, is spontaneous turning on the camera. So I think I kind of covered it, the insights. If anybody needs help with that, reach out, book a discovery session or a coaching session, whichever you want. I did release a couple predictions videos talking about 2024, and that's what I just wanted to finish off with. The cocooning phase, the connection phase that we're going through right now, it is to restore our energies. We're supposed to be going within and restoring our energies and building it up so that we can come forward into the new year, right? I know this is not an astrology new year, but we are so connected with the calendar that tells us there's a new year. There's a psychological new year happening. It's also the shift in our natural cycles, right? So in that way, it is a new year. The days start getting longer and more activity comes in. That's the movement of this. And so come into January, there's going to be a lot of activity going on and a lot of demand from many of us. So I recommend go and check out my YouTube channel. And there's 3 prediction videos I put out there, 1 Canadian, 1 world, and 1 uncensored. So for those of us who want to know a little more about the cosmic story that's happening, go check those out. Anyhow, I am probably not going to be doing as many videos over the holidays as I am taking time for myself and my family. And I want to wish all of you beautiful time of year. And if you need help, do reach out, because I will be answering somewhat. And what else did I wanted to say? Oh, that's what I wanted to say. If you go to my website, you can go to jenniferquick.com or you can go to soulclarity.ca. Both of them go directly to the same place, and it's my website. And right there on page 1 will be a are you having a soul crisis? And there is a sign up to my newsletter and receive the free program. That free program has a meditation in it. It's called the AM PM. You also will find it on my YouTube channel. But you can go in there, and the one on the YouTube channel has the AM PM meditation on my YouTube channel has commercials that get put into it. The one that's in my website that you sign up to my newsletter and it'll give you instant access to it, that one does not have any commercials in it. It's straight through, so that's the better one to listen to, and it's just an audio recording. And there is some frequency music in it as well, 432 hertz frequency music. So anyhow, really that meditation is incredibly helpful in removing a lot of the excess energy that's going on, and I recommend listening to that. If you haven't listened to it for a while, go and check that out. So do the meditation and then spend some time going within and asking yourself what is happening, whatever you're experiencing, right? What is the message behind it? What do you need to do to clear it? And see what comes to you. Anyhow, that's just my video for today. Love you all. See you later. Have a good day.